way to see me?
Yes, Paul. Paul, I really like the way you dance. No, I mean it. So I figured we'd try it again. But first, why change your name from the Puerto Rican to Italian?
Because I don't look it. People always say to me, you don't look Puerto Rican. You don't look Puerto Rican. But I am.
So you figured you looked Italian?
No. I just wanted to be somebody new.
Why do you want to be someone new, Paul?
Why? I'm not exactly proud of my past.
Who is? But that's what the word means, Paul. Past.
That's really easy for you to say, but...
Well, wait a minute. What made you start dancing? Your parents?
No. What do Puerto Ricans know about theater? Now they have Channel 47. They didn't have anything. And my father, he did like movies. And he used to take us all the time. He worked nights, so when he finished, he'd take us down to 42nd Street. And we'd go into one movie, and then straight into another one, and another one, and another one. I don't know why, but I loved musicals.
How old were you?
About 7 or 8.
On 42nd Street.
Yeah. It was a trip.
Go on.
I'd have to go and sit down front. I can't see very well. I wear contact lenses now. And I'd sit down front. And these strange men would come and sit beside me and they'd play with me. I don't know why I didn't tell anybody. I guess it didn't matter.
Why didn't it matter, Paul?
Why? Well,
look, Paul, this is not going to be too rough for you. I have your picture, I have your resume.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Okay. So from all those years of, watching the musicals, I used to dance around on the street. I was always being Citrus. Always. And I'd get caught. That's embarrassing. I knew I was effeminate. I always knew that I was gay. That didn't bother me. What bothered me was that I didn't know how to be a boy. One day I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, you're 14 years old and you're a faggot. What are you going to do with your life? By that time I was in Cardinal Hayes High School. There were 3,000 boys there. I had no home. Nowhere I could be charming with the tougher guys, so they'd fight my battles for it. I did like school, but my grades got so bad, because even if I knew the answers to questions, I wouldn't raise my hand because they'd all point and they'd laugh at me. It was awful. Really awful. So one day I decided to do something about it. So I walked straight into the principal's office. They say to him, I'm a homosexual. Well, it was a Catholic high school at around 1962, and at the age of 15, you just didn't say that. And he said to me, I think you should see a psychologist. And I did it. And the psychologist said to me, you're really well adjusted for your age. I think you should quit school. So I did, but I really didn't want to, I just couldn't take it anymore. See, when I quit school, what it was that I was trying to do was trying to figure out how to be a man. There's a lot of people in this world that don't know how to be men, and since then I found that I was. I was looking for the wrong thing. I thought I needed to be butch. By that time, I'd started hanging around 72nd Street. Meeting all this really weird, strange, wacky people. Just trying to find people that were like me. Figure out who it was that I was. Somebody told me that they were looking for male dancers for this drag show. You know the Jukebox Review? So I decided to go down and audition. Now, from all those years of pretending I was Citrus, I had this fabulous extension. I could turn, I could leap, I could do anything. It was my first audition. And they said to me, You know, you're too short to be a boy. Would you like to be a pony? I said, what's that? And they said, a girl. And then they took me upstairs. And they hiked up my dungarees and they put on this fabulous pair of nylon stockings and these great heels. It was really freaky. But it was incredible. And he said to me, you know, you've got wonderful legs. I said, really? Terrific. You know, it's really strange thinking about all this. It was a whole lifetime ago. I was barely past 16. There was this thing, you know, of me trying to hide it from my folks. So I had to buy all this stuff. You know, like makeup and the earrings and the dresses. I'd hide it under my bed and my mom would find it. And, you know, I'd have to say to her that there was this girl in the show and her mother didn't approve, so that's why I was keeping all this stuff for her. She believed me. And I was finally in show business. It was the asshole of show business. But it was a job. I had friends. It wasn't anything to brag about. But after a while, I got kind of demeaning, you know. Because no Jay the Jewel Box had any dignity. They all kind of considered themselves freaks and were really ashamed of themselves. I think it was the lack of dignity that got to me, so I decided to leave. And I muddled around for a while. Loads of crappy jobs, you know, I was a waiter, a busboy, I even walked dogs. But when the Jewel Box called and asked if I'd go back, I went. We were working at Apollo Theater. You know, on 125th Street. Doing 4 shows a day in a movie. It was really tacky. The show was going to go to Chicago. And my parents, they said to me that they wanted to come to the show and give me my stuff, you know, and say goodbye. Well, we were doing this Oriental number. And I looked like Adam at Wong. I had these 2 great big chrysanthemums on either side of my head and this big gold headdress with balls hanging all over it. I was coming off from that number and I was going down the stairs. And who should I see by the stage door? My parents. They'd come next to me. I didn't know what to do. I freaked. I thought to myself, you know, maybe if I just take a deep breath and I just walk past them, they'll never recognize me. That's what I did. I started down the stairs. Just I got to the bottom and I passed my mother. I heard her say, oh my God. I died. And I didn't know what to do, you know. I had to go on for the finale, so I just kept going. After the show, after I finished dressing, after taking off all my makeup, I went back to the stage door. And there they were, standing in amongst all these freaks. And they didn't say anything to me. They just said, please remember to write, take care of yourself. Remember to eat. And just before he left, my father turned to the producer of the show and he said, take care of my son. It's just that's the first time that you'd ever called that.